Brawlers are one of the most important parts of Brawlstars, which is obvious, you know, they're in the name, kind of. Each brawler is unique, with their own attacks, supers and playstyles. None of them have any shared aspects with any other brawler in the game. Brawlstars currently has 80 different brawlers, divided into 5 rarities: rare, super rare, epic, mythic and legendary, with rare being the most common rarity. Rare brawlers are so common that it's easier to get a rare brawler in a star drop than it is to get an old replay to work correctly. But what are the best rare brawlers? The one you should unlock immediately, and which ones should you avoid unlocking as much as possible to not have them taint your otherwise beautiful account? Well, that is what I'll say in this video. But before we start, this isn't a meta ranking. I don't care whether a brawler is good or bad. If it's ugly or boring, it will be F tier. So let's begin with the worst rare brawler, Bull. Bull isn't that fun. His main attack has very short range and isn't very fun to use, and his super, a dash, is just a dash. He doesn't even have any cool gadget, star power or gimmick to compensate for this. Bull is just a very basic and uninteresting brawler, and it doesn't really help. The first brawler you get in the game is Shelly, also a shotgun brawler, but way more fun and interesting because of her longer range primary attack and her gadget clay pigeons, making Bull feel even more generic. And Bull's character design isn't that interesting to me either. I know he's supposed to look kind of like a bull since, well, that's his name, but bulls are a boring animal. Yeah, I said it, nobody likes bulls. Wouldn't it be way cooler if Bull was a better animal that everybody loves, like a cockroach or a snail? Bull is F tier. And that was all the bad brawlers. Yeah, since there are only 8 rare brawlers, the only one I really dislike is Bull. But there are some rare brawlers I think are mid, like Rosa. Rosa is just a basic tank like Bull. She has normal punching primary attack and her super gives her a shield, like nothing fancy. The reason I like her more than Bull though, is that she's just more fun. Her punches feel better to use than Bull's attack, and her super, despite being very basic, allows for rushing right into enemies while spamming auto aim, which is always fun. However, I still think she's a mid brawler because she doesn't really have any interesting star powers or gadgets, and I don't like her character. A scientist who loves plants. But how can you love a plant? They don't do anything! You're saying this flower is more interesting than a monkey falling over? And don't yap at me with the, oh, but plants look nice. Well, if they look so nice, why not print out an image and put it in a pot? There's no difference! Rosa is C tier. Next up, El Primo. El Primo is, yeah, you guessed it, another basic tank. He has a pretty normal punching attack, a basic jumping super. El Primo just isn't particularly interesting, complex, or, in my opinion, fun to play. So why is he higher ranked than Rosa? Well, he's El Primo! His character design and voice lines and even skins are really cool. If we were only looking at El Primo's kit alone, he would without a doubt be an F tier. But with his character, I have no choice but to bump him up to a C tier. Barley. Yeah, I'm sorry. Barley looks really cool and I love his moustache. If I ever grow one, I'd like my moustache to also be made out of metal. I also really like his character as the calm and nice bartender who goes insane and starts throwing molotovs everywhere. But his kit just isn't fun. Hitting shots with Barley doesn't feel as nice and satisfying as it does with other throwers, and his super is just his main attack fired 5 times, which isn't fun. Sadly, Barley goes in C tier. And the final mid brawler is Nita. Nita is okay. She has a pretty basic main attack, just a mid-range damage thing. But her super summoning a bear is fun, if you're not fighting it. Fighting Nita bears is hell, especially when it's paired with one of Nita's horrible gadgets. Nita's character is also kinda mid. I like the bear hat and I respect that she likes animals, but I never want to meet her ever in real life. Don't take my popcorn, you little. I'm going to place you in C tier, you. But before we continue, if you've been enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel. Only 10% of the people watching are subscribed. Yeah, I'm that dumb bad that I'm begging for subs, but I need them! I want subscribers, so subscribe! But somebody who doesn't need them is Brock. He's a sharpshooter, so I like him, B tier. Okay, I have more to say. Brock's primary attack is quite satisfying to use, and his character of just a chill dude playing video games is also nice. But the reason he isn't ranked higher is because of his super. It's not that bad, but it's not really good either. It just doesn't feel that exciting or game-changing. And his underwhelming hypercharge adds even more to this. Colt is a brawler that's quite simple to understand, but has a really high skill cap. His primary attack is deceivingly complex, as it's an attack that's easy for noobs to understand, but it requires a lot of skill to get full value from. And his character design is nice too. But once again, the super is his problem. His super is just a buffed version of his primary attack, which just isn't interesting. And his hypercharge just being a buffed version of his super that's a buffed version of his main attack is even more boring. So Colt is B tier. And finally, the best rare brawler in Brawlstars is Poco. Poco is just a really fun brawler. His primary attack is fun to use as it is easy to hit, and his super gives him a lot of impact. But what I like the most about Poco is his star powers. They allow you to choose exactly how you want to play him. If you use the capo, Poco is able to heal with his main attack, making him a really strong support brawler. But if you instead pick Screeching Solo, his super now deals damage, making you able to easily finish off low HP brawlers trying to escape. Having two good star powers to pick between that allow you to choose how a brawler is played is how all star powers should be. But for most brawlers, it just feels like there's no option, since one star power is so much better than the other. But Poco also has a really cool character design. He's one of the most iconic brawlers in Brawlstars for a reason, because he's yellow. The only part of Poco I don't like is his gadgets. They just feel way too weak. Protective tunes is only useful in very specific situations, and tuning fork somehow heals less than I do when playing Byron. But overall, Poco is still one of the best brawlers in Brawlstars, and deserves a place in S tier. And that's it. All rare brawlers in Brawlstars ranked. If you disagree with my opinion, go back to school! My school, the correct Brawlstars Opinion University, where you can learn to agree with me in everything. You can learn things like Mr. P is good, yellow is the best color, and how to legally force people to subscribe to my YouTube channel at gunpoint. So why not join now? Just send me $1 million or something and I guess you could join probably. Give me money now!